Hi, Atri. How are you?
I'm good.
So we have a guesstimate for you today. Can you guess and estimate the market size of the paint industry in India?
Sure. Could I get a minute to structure my thoughts?
Yes, yes.
So I'd like to use the demand side approach for this one. So paint would primarily be used by households, corporations, government offices, police stations, educational institutes, and restaurants and other public spaces. So should I focus on all of these?
Okay, that sounds good. But for this case, I think you can only concentrate on households for now.
Okay, sure. So I'd like to start with the population of India, which is 140 crores. Can I assume the average size of a household to be four people?
Yes.
All right. So there are 35 crore households in the country. Next, I'd like to divide the population into urban and rural residents.
Okay.
So 30% of the country's population resides in urban areas and 70% in rural areas. Further, I'd like to segment the rural and urban residents into different income groups. May I go ahead?
Yeah, sure. Go on.
Okay. So the urban population would fall into four income groups: high income, middle income, low income, and below poverty line. So 10% would fall in the high income bracket, 30% in the middle income, and 40% in the low income, while 20% is in the below poverty line segment.
Okay.
And in the rural area, the population would fall into three income segments: high income, middle income, and low income. So while only 10% of the population falls in the high income bracket, 40% is in the middle income bracket, and 50% is in the low income bracket.
Okay, good. So now that you've segmented the population of the country, how would you proceed?
Okay. So next, I'd like to estimate the market penetration of the paint industry in each of these segments. So coming to the urban side first, 100% of the high income segment would use paint on their walls, as would 100% of the middle income segment, as painting and repainting walls is an event that occurs around every 5 years. So even the middle income segment would be able to afford it.
Okay.
Now, coming to the low income segment, while most of them might choose to paint their houses, some of them might go for an alternative to paint, either due to the nature of their finances or restrictions placed by landlords.
All
Further,
right.
I assume about 85% of the low income group to be using paint. The people below poverty line would live in slums, living a hand to mouth existence, and wouldn't use paint at all. May I move on to the rural segment now?
Yeah, that's interesting. Go on.
Okay. So, in rural India, there are many local harvest fairs and festivals and other occasions too, which are a time for celebration and festivities. The high income segment would definitely use paint to decorate their homes. So, I assume the market penetration to be 100%. I assume about 10% of the middle income segment to be using paint to decorate their walls. The rest choosing to either cover their huts with more traditional options like cow dung or manure. Similarly, the low income segment would not use paint on their walls at all.
All right. So how would you proceed from here?
Right. Could I just have a minute to calculate?
Yeah, sure.
So this brings the total number of households in the country using paint to be around 11 crores. Now, assuming an average wall space of 5,000 square feet in every household, this brings the total wall space to be 55 into 10 raised to 10 square feet. Now, 1 gallon of paint can paint an area of approximately 200 square feet. This brings the total volume required to paint the total wall space to about 275 into 10 raised to 7 gallons. Now, based on this observation, um, I assume each household chooses to repaint every 5 years. And this brings the annual demand to be 55 into 10 raised to 7 gallons.
Brilliant. So I think you've reached the last leg of our guesstimate. So could you assume the average price of paint to be 1,000 rupees per gallon? How would you go ahead from that?
Okay. So this brings the total market size to be around rupees 55 into 10 raised to 10, or about rupees 550 billion.
Okay, so you've reached your final answer and you structured your thoughts very well. You looked into a lot of factors and you covered the demand side approach brilliantly. So I think we can end the case here. Thank you so much, Atreyi.
Thank you.